This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Now we have seen different types of data loading, correct? So I think we discussed about the normal load. Normal load we have seen. We have seen inline load. Is this completed? We have completed resident load, and we have completed preceding load also. And then we have completed bundle load also, correct? These many
Yes,
number
sir.
of loads are completed. Okay, right. Now try to understand. ClickView and ClickSense works in three-tier model. We call it three-tier architecture, or you can say model. So what is this three-tier architecture is? One, the first tier will be the data extraction. Which you will be doing at script level. And the second is data saving, which is done at table viewer level. And the third level is the report level. Report view. This is where we will create reports. So this is the output basically this will be visible to the user. So what do you mean by user here? Try to understand. You are a developer, correct? We are a developer or we are analyst. We are something. Now, when we get into a project team will be there from their end, customer end. Okay, this team will be there from customer end. Remember, customer end, and this is our company. Let's say this is technical company, IT company. We will have our own team. They will have their own team. From our company, there will be some point of contact, POC we call them. Even from their end, there will be some POC. So this point of contact will be giving requirement to us, and our point of contact will take the requirements and will pass on to the developer team, and we will work on it. Okay, POC means point of contact. Now, these people are called users. We call them user. You can also call them business user, because they will be working with the data, not with the script. Okay, they are not authorized to see the script view editor. They will not be given authorization to go here. What you are writing, what is the script you have written, whatever, they will not be able to come to this screen. This is the screen where they will be working. Okay, this is called user screen, or you can say it report view. This is the third layer. As of now, what we have seen how to load the data. For example, here I have loaded transact table using this flat method, normal method. Now when I load this, data is loaded, and to check the data we went to the backend, that is control T. You can click either control T or this one, table viewer. The third option is this one, table viewer. An icon is also there. So here you have seen this is how the data is stored in the backend, right? But to show the same data for the end user, here we have to display them. Okay, right. Now this report view, this view is called report view, or the third layer. Now here, to display any data, we need a help of object. Some object should be there, using which we can display data. Some object should be there using which we can display data. So there are n number of objects available like list box, text box, button, charts, etc. So how to create these objects? So to create these objects, right click on the sheet. This is called sheet. Right click on the sheet anywhere, select new sheet object, and these are the objects available. Okay. Now currently I'm not going to discuss these objects, sir. I'm just showing you how to display data in the front end. Okay, this is the basic information I am giving you. Now, one of the basic object is list box. So I will select a list box. What this list box can do is, it can display data of only one field at a time. Okay, it can display data for only one field. For only one field. So how to display this data? Again, I'm showing. After you load the data, right click on the sheet, new sheet object, select list box. Here you have field. So whichever field you select, what are these fields? These fields are nothing but the table you have loaded. Okay, here transaction ID, serial number, salesman ID, sales product ID. These are all the fields in your table. See here. When you go to Control T, these are all the name of the fields. That is what on here. So when I go and select list box, it will ask me for which field I would like to show you data. So let's say I will select some year or sales, whatever you select, and OK. So the data will be shown like this. I'm just giving you basic information how to display data in the front end. So is that clear how to display data in the front end? Now in Control T, I have in Control T, if I go and check preview, the whole data is displayed here in the form of a table. I want to see the whole data in the similar way, even here. So for that, I have one more object called table box. So if I select table box, now the difference between list box and table box is in list box, it allowed me to select only one field. But here I can select all fields. So just click add all. Now fields to be displayed in table box. All these fields. Apply, OK. Now see. Now the entire data can be displayed in the front end like this to the user. The user will be able to see this data. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Are you following?
Yes,
Okay, right. Now, what I will do is in this list box, I will change the field from sales to year. I'll go to properties. How to change it? Right click on that object, go to properties. Now instead of sales, I want year to be displayed. Select year, apply. Now see here is showing. Click OK. Now try to understand. Now I have two objects here in the front end. One is year field. Another one is a table box. That is a table where n number of fields are displayed. So basically this is the data that is displayed there. Okay, the same table we are using there. See the same file, transact file, that is what is loaded there. Okay, now if I select 2004 here, I am deselecting all and selecting only 2004. What it is showing? Because I filtered it, understand here, I have set a filter here. So when I am selecting 2004, only 2004 related records are displayed here. Right or wrong? Everybody knows this Excel, right? Everybody knows this concept in Excel?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. Now, why it is showing only these records? Because these records are associated with 2004. They are logically related with each other. In the same way, this entire data, whether it is this year or whether it is these fields, they are all logically associated with each other. When I select 2004, now see here, the same thing happened. Only 2004 records is being displayed here. The way it is displayed here, 2004, only that information will be shown to you. So select 2005, only 2005 related records. This is called associative model. So ClickView and ClickSense works on associative model. We call it associative model. When we load the data, automatically this information is associated. That is, they are logically related with each other. They are logically related. That is the reason why when you select this filter, only those related information will be displayed. Only that related information will be displayed. Is that clear? What is an associative model? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, this is not only in the case of these two fields. I can place any number of objects. Okay. If I place another list box for a different field, let's say month. So now see here. If I select 2004, now see, only few months are highlighted. That is 1, 3, 8, and 13. Don't think about why this 13 is maintained. This is intentionally maintained. I know there is no 13th month. 1, 3, 8, and 13 in 2004. See 2004, 1, 3, 8, and 13 months. So any number of objects you place, every object is loading, is showing you the same data which is loaded in the backend, correct? So they're all associated together. They are all associated together. So automatically when I make some selection, it's related, associative data will be displayed in all objects. This is what is called an associative model. Now to clear all the selections you made, just click this clear button. So when you click this clear, all selections, whatever you have made, will be cleared. Okay, it's not only from this field. Even if I select something here, some record, let's say 2007 transaction ID 1096 I selected. Now see, it is showing boss 1096 is in the year 2007, and what is its month? Second month. So here second month. Okay, so you make selection anywhere in any of the objects. So automatically related objects will be displayed in all other objects, whatever available on the sheet. Okay, right. This is the basic information I wanted to give you. Later we will again discuss each and every object. So when I right click, there are n number of objects here. All these things we will discuss thoroughly later. As of now, I just wanted to tell you this, explain you this concept. What is an associative model? So that's what I explained. Okay, right. Now there is a concept called variable. Variable. So what is this variable? What is this variable is? For example, you might have seen a formula like a plus b whole square. I cannot write square here, but I will just put square. I will write like this: a plus b whole square. What is this a plus b whole square? If I tell you a equal to 2 and b equal to 3, then you can define the formula for this: a square plus b square plus 2ab, or whatever you will define. Correct? But to use that formula, I need some value. 2 and 3 should be available. In the same way, if I want to do b minus a equal to c, I will get. First, I should know what is the value of a, what is the value of b. And I should also know whether C is available or not to save this data. Correct? These are nothing but, in a software, we call them variable. A variable, for example, if I create a variable called a, variable called a equal to 2, I said. What does it mean is, in ClickView, there will be some memory. In this memory, there will be some space. Try to understand, every memory will have an address. Correct? A memory will be like a box, and again in that box there will be multiple boxes, small box. Each and every piece of box will have its own identity. It's like an address. We call it memory address. Let's say there is an address like 100 is there, 101 is there, 102 is there. So when I said variable a equal to 2 is nothing but these two will be stored somewhere here. For example, here I think, let's say, let us assume number 2 is stored in the memory address 100. But technically I cannot refer to this. Technically I cannot refer 100 because these will be 16-digit numbers. Here simply I wrote only 3 digit. ఇక్కడ నేను 3 digits రాశాను కాబట్టి సింపుల్ గా ఉంది. బట్ టెక్నికల్ గా హార్డ్ డిస్క్ లో చూస్తే అది 16 digits లో ఉంటుంది. 16 ఉంటుంది, 32 ఉంటుంది, 64 డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ దట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్. అది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవడం కష్టం కాబట్టి దాన్ని రిఫర్ చేసేది వేరియబుల్ నేమ్. సో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ సేయింగ్ 100 equal to 2, now if I say a equal to 2, automatically a refers to this address. Okay. So basically what is a variable is nothing but a memory place which holds some value. It is a memory place, space in the memory which holds a value. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? Right.
Yes, sir.
Now, how to create these variables? To create variables in QlikView, there are two different commands. One is set command, another one is let command. One is set command, another one is let command. And the next thing is there are two types of variables. System defined, user defined. Okay, for creating variable, this is for creating variable. The following two commands are there, that is set and let. There are two types of variables. One is system defined, second is user defined. What is system defined variables? When you go to the script editor, whatever you see on the main tab, these are all system defined variables. Okay, and as I told you here, variables can be created either using set or let method. Now you see here, every variable is created using set method here. Okay, so whenever you come across set or let, it means it is a variable. Okay, now on the main tab of your script, these are all system defined variables, and this main tab will be loaded first. When I click this reload button, actually our data is here. Actually our data is in the second tab, but when we load first, these variables will be loaded. This will be read into the memory, and these format will be applicable to your data also. Whatever data I load here, let us assume here there is a date field. Okay, that date field might have whatever format. For example, let's say a date field undi, date field lo format ila undi 2 Feb 2020 అని. దీన్ని అప్లోడ్ చేసాం మనం. దీన్ని అప్లోడ్ చేసి when I click reload, what happens is first system will read these parameters. These variables will be read. ఇక్కడ date format అని ఉంది, ఏమనుంది dd/mm/yyyy అని ఉంది. సో ఆటోమేటిక్ గా QlikView రిజల్ట్ లో దీన్ని కన్వర్ట్ చేసేస్తుంది 02/2020 అని. Automatically it will convert that. Okay, that is the purpose of these variables which are available in the main tab, and these are called system defined variables. So 1000 separator should be comma, decimal separator should be dot, and already they are all defined here. By default they are all defined, so accordingly the data will be displayed. Okay, right. Now coming to this, Now you understood what is a system defined variable. Now whatever variables we create, they are called user defined variables. To create these variables, we have to use either set method or let method. So what is set method? What it will do? If I create a variable using set method, it will consider the value as a string. It will consider the value as a string. Okay. Now, how to create a variable? You can give any name to the variable, but you have to follow a naming for convention where you have to prefix small v to your variable name. Let's say I want to create a variable name as, this is the name of the variable var1, but user defined variable should have this prefix small v. It means the name of the variable is now var1. This var1 can be anything, even it can be your name. Let's say Sridhar, V Sridhar. Okay, but you have to prefix v. Okay, sir. So let's say var1 is the name of the variable. Now using set command, if I assign any value to this, let's say I will assign 2 plus 3. What happens is this 2 plus 3 will be assigned as string to this variable, not as a number. Okay, what set will do is set will evaluate this as a string. Set అనే కమాండ్ యూజ్ చేసి మీరు ఒక వేరియబుల్ కి ఏదన్నా వాల్యూ అసైన్ చేస్తే ఇలాగ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ని, దాన్ని స్ట్రింగ్ లాగా తీసుకుంటది. అంటే దీని రిజల్ట్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఇప్పుడు రిజల్ట్ విల్ బి 2 plus 3, అదే రిజల్ట్ ఉంటుంది. Whereas what let will do is I am creating one more variable var2 equal to 2 plus 3. This will evaluate this expression. It will not assign this as a string. It will evaluate this expression. So the result will be 2 plus 3, 5. Is that clear? What is the difference between set method and let method? Everyone?
మళ్ళీ
Set
చెప్పండి
method,
సార్.
ఇప్పుడు వేరియబుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 2 types of variables. ఒకటి సిస్టమ్ డిఫైన్డ్ వేరియబుల్స్. సిస్టమ్ డిఫైన్డ్ వేరియబుల్స్ అంటే ఇక్కడ స్క్రిప్ట్ ఎడిటర్ లో మెయిన్ ట్యాబ్ లో ఇక్కడ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వీటిని సిస్టమ్ డిఫైన్డ్ వేరియబుల్స్ అంటాం. ఓకే, ఇవి ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మీకు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ తోనే వస్తాయి, మనం ఏం క్రియేట్ చేయం. ఓకే, మనం క్రియేట్ చేసేవి యూజర్ డిఫైన్డ్ వేరియబుల్స్ అంటాం. మనం క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే 2 కమాండ్స్ యూజ్ చేసి క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. ఒకటి సెట్ అనే కమాండ్, లేదంటే లెట్ అనే కమాండ్. సో సెట్ అనే కమాండ్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే, ఫస్ట్ ఈ వచ్చే ముందర అసలు వేరియబుల్ పేరు ఎలా ఇవ్వాలి? పేరు ఏదన్నా ఇవ్వచ్చు, బట్ ఆ పేరుకి ముందర స్మాల్ వి అనేది పెట్టాలి యూజర్ డిఫైన్డ్ వేరియబుల్ కి. ఓకే, వి అనేది ప్రిఫిక్స్ చేయాలి, స్మాల్ వి, నాట్ క్యాపిటల్, స్మాల్ వి. ఆ తర్వాత మీరు ఏమి ఇచ్చినా పర్లేదు దానికి. సో వి అనగానే ఇట్ విల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఏ వేరియబుల్. సో ఇన్ దిస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ హావ్ గివెన్ var1 అంటే వేరియబుల్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చాను. సరే, సెట్ కమాండ్ లెట్ కమాండ్ ఏంటంటే, ఒక వేరియబుల్ కి వాల్యూ అసైన్ చేసేటప్పుడు నేను సెట్ కమాండ్ వాడాను అనుకోండి, ఈ ఈక్వల్ టు తర్వాత ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని స్ట్రింగ్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేస్తుంది, అంటే క్యారెక్టర్స్ కింద, నెంబర్ కింద కాదు. నెంబర్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేస్తే 2 plus 3 = 5 రావాల్సింది ఆన్సర్, బట్ అది ఒక స్ట్రింగ్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేస్తుంది. అదే లెట్ అనేది ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే, లెట్ కమాండ్ దీన్ని ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేస్తుంది, స్ట్రింగ్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేయదు. 2 plus 3ని ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేస్తుంది. 2 plus 3 అంటే ఏంటి? 5. సో ఆన్సర్ మీకు 5 అని వస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ సెట్ కమాండ్ అండ్ లెట్ కమాండ్. అర్థమైందా? ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏం చేస్తానంటే, వాట్ ఐ విల్ డూ ఇస్ ఐ విల్ కామెంట్ దిస్. I'll create a new tab. Now I will create 2 variables here. One using set command. So set v small v var1 equal to 2 plus 3 semicolon ఇవ్వాలి. At the end you have to specify semicolon. Press enter. Then I am using let command. V var 2 equal to same 2 plus 3 mm. Okay. Now save, load. Now variable result ఎక్కడ చూడాలంటే control T కి వెళ్తే మీకు కనపడదు. In the backend it will not be visible. So where to see the result is, select this menu settings and go to this option variable overview. Settings variable overview. Now here you can see v var 1 equal to 2 plus 3, whereas v var 2 equal to 5. So v var 1 equal to 2 plus 3 string లాగా తీసుకుంది, whereas v var 1 equal to 5 అని తీసుకుంది. Now this is one way to see the result. ఇది ఒక option. So the second option is you can create an input box. You can create an input box here. ఇందాక లిస్ట్ బాక్స్ చూసాం కదా ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలో. We have seen how to create a list box earlier. In the same way we can create something called input box. Input box ఎలా, right click, select new sheet object and select input box. Now see, by default in the input box you will see the variables. Now click this button, add all. So when you click this button, add all, and click OK, one second, it is taking time. Now see, now v var 1 equal to 2 plus 3 and v variable 2, that is v var 2 equal to 5. Okay, so two ways to check the result of the variable. One is go to the menu settings and select variable overview, where you can see the result here, or on the sheet in the report end, right click, select new sheet object and select input box, and you can see the variables here. Select add all and click OK. So you can see the result in the input box. Is that clear, everyone? What is a variable and how to create that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Everyone, please respond, sir.
Yes, sir.
No. Yeah. How to remove these objects? To delete these objects, right click on that and select remove.
Okay, sir.
Okay, they will be removed. Now there is a concept called joins, keep and concatenation. These are three different concepts. Joins, keep and concatenation. So first let's work with the joins. So what is a join? So what is a join is, if you want to merge data from two tables into one table. Okay, you want to merge data, so allows to merge data. Sir, 1 second, give me a minute. Okay, so allows to merge data from two tables into one table. Right. For example, let's say there is table 1 and table 2. Now whatever data is available here, let's say there are two different fields, ID and name. So one RE is there, and in the same way in table 2 I have ID and name. So let us assume they belong to the same data. So if I join them, what happens is this will not be available anymore, and this record will be merged with this. This will be merged with this. Okay. Now there are four types of joins. There are four types of joins. One is outer join. Second one is inner join. Then you have left join, and then you have something called right join. Okay. Outer join, inner join, left join, and right join. Now if I have different tables maintained, let's say tab 1 and tab 2, these are two different tables in the script. The first table in the sequence will be the left table, we call it, and the second table in the sequence will be called as right table. Remember, in the sequence, for example, ఇక్కడ నాకు table 2 table 1 ఉందనుకోండి, which is the left table now? Sequence లో table 2 table 1 అని ఉన్నాయి. Left table ఏంటి ఇందులో?
Table 1.
సీక్వెన్స్ లో ఏది ఫస్ట్ ఉంటే అది లెఫ్ట్ టేబుల్ అంటామండి. సీక్వెన్స్ లో ఫస్ట్ ఏది ఉంది?
Table 2.
ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఉంది కదా, దీన్ని మనం లెఫ్ట్ అంటాం, లెఫ్ట్ టేబుల్, దీన్ని రైట్ టేబుల్ అనాలి. ఓకే, సో సీక్వెన్స్ ని బట్టి. రైట్, నౌ వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ outer join? First, all records from both tables will be combined together. All records from both the tables will be combined together. I'll show you the picture. See here. Outer join means full join. There will be a left table and right table. So all records will be merged together and will be shown as a single table. Okay, so let me show you. So let's say I will create data using inline load statement. Some data using inline load statement. Okay, you know what is how to create inline load. So I'm typing it, load star inline id name 1 Harry, so 2 Giri. So here I will create one more record. Let's say 3 some Suresh and 4 some Prasad. Whereas here I will create 5 some John. Okay. Now see here. So in this table, I will name it as tab 1, and this table I'll rename it as tab 2. Now which is the left table and which is the right table here?
Tab 1 is the first.
Table 1 is the left.
Table 1 left, table 2 right.
Right. So in the sequence, whatever is first, that will be the left table, and the next table will be the right table. So now how to join them? To join them, in between the tables, you have to mention the type of join. That's it. For example, I would like to use outer join. So simply mention outer join. That's it. Don't do anything. Simply mention outer join. If you want to specify the name of the table, put the brackets, and in between the brackets specify like this, the name of the table, that is this one. Okay. If there are multiple tables, otherwise it is not required. If there are only 2 tables and between these 2 tables only you are trying to create this join, simply mention the join. Now save and load. Now see, there is only one table created now. When I go and check in the output, see how it got created? 1, 3, 4. First left side table data and then the second side table data got created. They are merged together and shown in the single table. Is that clear? What is an outer join? Outer join is nothing but data from both tables will be merged and shown. Okay. Now what I will do is I'll just edit some data. I will maintain this 3 here also. Okay. Now even 3 is available here in both the records. Now what do you mean by left join? See here. This one. Left join means all records from left side table will be displayed. All records from left side table will be displayed and any common records from the right will be displayed. If there are common records in between these two tables, only they will be displayed. Other records will be ignored. Okay. For example, all records from left side table means 1, 3 and 4 will be displayed. And any common records. What are common records? 3 is the common record. I will rename this to Kiran. Okay. Now see, 3 is the common here. This is the common record. So this data will be merged with this. See what happens. I will save, load. See here. Even the common data will be shown. But the other data, that is even these things are shown, right? 4, 5 is shown there. Why it is shown? One second. One second. One second, sir. One second.
Join we need to specify.
Auto join it is.
Outer join. We are talking about outer join. One second. One second. Let me take some other data. Let me take some other data. Instead of inload, I will take right joins. Inline actually is not correct data. Let me take this one. Okay. Now see here. Sheet 1, I have this data. Sheet 2, I have another table. So in sheet 1, we have product code, product category, product variant. Whereas in sheet 2, I have product code and division. Okay. Now here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In here I have 1, 2, 3 is not there and 5 is not there. 1, 2, 4, 6 and 7. Here additionally I have 3 and 5. Here we don't have 3 and 5. Okay. Now I'll perform join between these two. Sheet 1 will be the name of the table, first table. Sheet 2 will be the name of the second table. Okay. So first sheet 1 I am loading, and then sheet 2. Okay. So for sheet 1 I will give the name as sheet 1 only, and here I will give sheet 2 only. Okay, these are the name of the tables. Now save, and I will specify as outer join. Now save and load. So what is an outer join? So outer join will merge data from both the tables together. Now see what happened. Now all the columns, actually I should not take inline load. Even in your example also, don't take inline load. I made that mistake. Okay. So don't use inline load for this example. Now see here, look at this data. Product code category variant, product code division. So the common field between these two is product code. Between these two tables is product code. Okay. So a common field should exist for creating joins. So now what happened here in the output? See, there is only one product code. Actually, there are two product codes. In both tables, I have a product code field. But in the output, what happened? Using this common field, the other columns are merged with this. The other columns are merged with this. So product code, product category, variant, and division. Now all the data is shown now. Okay, right. Now if you observe this data, product one, product category cosmetics, product variant soaps, division 10. So where is this division available? For product code 1, division 10 is available. See, product code 1, division is available. Now, whereas when it comes to 3, division is blank. See here, I have 3, electric tube light. But here, there is no entry for 3. It's blank. Okay? But still, a blank is shown, a null value is shown here. Okay? In the same way, when it comes to 6 and 7, here I don't have 6 and 7 values. Product code 6 and 7 are not there. Hence here, see, 6 and 7 product code is maintained. But for 6 and 7, no product category, product variant available. Hence, null values are created. But division 60 and 70 are created. Is that clear, everyone? What is an outer join? An outer join is nothing but it will combine, it will merge the whole data from both tables and it will show you the result. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir, if there is a same common factor in the both means,
There should be the same common factor. There should exist. Otherwise, it will not be able to show you.
like if there is a option 2 in that one also, and 2 in same as it is copy paste, there means also it will merge, sir.
No, I didn't get you. Tell me the example here.
Sir, same as it is. Intlo second point is there, sir. Yeah, ELE bulbs and the sheet 2. Okay.
This number 2 is there.
Okay.
Is that clear? This is the common key.
Yes,
Product
sir.
code is the common key.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Right. Now, what is the next join? Left join. Left join means entire data from left table will be shown and only common records from right table will be shown. So if I go here and change it to left join. Left join. So what happens? The entire data from the left side will be shown and only common records from right side. Now see, what is left side data? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take only primary key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is shown. And what are the common here? 1, 2, 4. So 1, 2, 4 divisions are displayed for 1, 2, 4. For 6 and 7, there is no record here. Hence, they are ignored. Is that clear? See, it has merged division.
Yes, sir.
It has merged division from right side table to left side table only for matching records. So what are these matching records? 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 3, 5 are not available in right side table. Is that clear, everyone? What is a left join?
Yes,
Em
sir.
అర్థమైంది అందరికి everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now opposite to this, right join. So what right join will do is the entire data set from right side table will be shown and only common records from left side will be merged. So just change it, the type of join between the tables from left to right. Just remove it and load. Now see, the entire data set from right side, that is sheet 2 data 12467. 12467 is shown. And what are the common records? 1 to 4 only. 3 and 5 are not available in right side table. Hence they are ignored. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And the last one is inner join. What is this inner join is? Only common records from both tables will be displayed. Okay, only common records will be displayed. Other records will not be displayed. So if I say inner join, now see, what are common records? 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 is not available here. Similarly, 3, 5 is not available here. Only common record 1, 2 and 4. That information will be shown. Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Everyone please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what is a join. Now observe the output. So when you come to the join, there is only one table because records are merged and being shown. Even null values are shown, correct? In some cases, when you have used the outer join, when I am using the outer join, now see, even null values are visible, right? Now, opposite to this, we have something called keep. Why I said keep is, why I said opposite is, in joins, tables are merged together and shown. Even the keep will do the same thing. Keep కూడా అదే పని చేస్తుంది. రెండు టేబుల్స్ ని మర్జ్ చేసి రిజల్ట్ చూపిస్తుంది. బట్ అవుట్పుట్ లో వచ్చేసరికి జాయిన్స్ లో మీకు ఒక టేబులే ఉంది అవుట్పుట్ లో, వేరాస్ కీప్ లో రెండు టేబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, దెర్ ఆర్ ఓన్లీ 3 టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ కీప్స్. దీనిలాగా 4 టైప్స్ లేవు. అవుటర్, ఇన్నర్, లెఫ్ట్, రైట్ జాయిన్ లాగా 4 టైప్స్ లేవు. కీప్ వచ్చేసరికి దెర్ ఆర్ ఓన్లీ 2 టైప్స్, 3 టైప్స్, సారీ. One is left keep, another one is right keep and inner keep. There is no outer keep here. Okay, so keep nella specify chali the same way. In between the tables, simply specify the type of keep. Left keep. So when I save and load, now see, 2 tables are available, both tables. If I check sheet 1, now see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here 1, 2, 4. See here, sheet 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4. 6 and 7 are ignored because they are not common in between these two. Because we are doing left side. Left join is what? Left keep is what? All records from the left side will be shown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The left side table, all records are shown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But whereas on the right hand side only common records will be merged in the left join or left keep. 1, 2, 4. So 1, 2, 4 are common. 1, 2, 4. 6 and 7 are not available in left side table, hence they are ignored. But the difference is here, both tables will be saved in the memory. The result is same. Now, opposite to this, write keep. Same way, again, two tables will be there. Write keep is what? All records from right side table, that is second table in the sequence, will be shown. See 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. This is sheet 2. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Whereas common records are what? 1, 2, and 4 will be shown in the left side. 1, 2, 4. Okay. Similarly, inner keep. What is inner keep? Only common records from both tables. Inner keep. What are common? 1, 2, 4. So in the it should show only 1, 2, 4. Okay. The only difference is here I have two tables saved in the memory, and incoket observe chesara, have you observed there are no null values shown anywhere because data is being shown in different tables, hence null values are not displayed here. Have you followed?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, please respond.
Sir.
Any doubt? So clear and andarki?
Sir.
Right. Now we completed joins, we completed keep. The next thing is concatenation. So what is concatenation is? It is used to append rows. Append rows from one table to another table. In join and keep we have merged together, but whereas here appending rows from one table to another table. Okay, there are two types of concatenation. Two types. One is field level concatenation. Field level concatenation. Second is table level concatenation. One is field level concatenation. Second one is table level. అంటే field level లో ఎలా concatenate చేయాలి, table level లో ఎలా concatenate చేయాలి. Field level ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే you want to create composite key. మనం composite key అంటాం. This plays a very important role in every project. Composite key, understanding composite key is very, very important. Okay, this is separate concept of study, but I will tell you now how to create composite key at field level. Now I will tell you. Now, whereas in table level concatenation, there are three types. There are three types in table level concatenation. First type is auto concatenation. And second type is no concatenation. And the third is forced concatenation. The third is forced concatenation. Okay, right. First we will see field level concatenation, how to create a composite key, and then we will check this table level concatenation. Okay, right. So now I am going to the script editor. Now here see, I am removing this keep, join, everything I removed. I am saving. Okay, right. What is field level concatenation is? or how to create a composite key is, product code is one field, product category is another field. Similarly, product variant is another field. Now I want to combine these two fields together. I want to concatenate them and show as one field. Okay, sir. I want the result to be shown under one field for these both columns. So what I can do is I can use something called ampersand to concatenate them. So simply remove this comma, place ampersand. That's it. Now these fields will be concatenated together. Now give some alias name as, let's say, P code. I'm giving it as P code, a new field. When I save and reload, now see P code is created. In table 1 P code, see 1 cosmetics, 2 electric, 4 groceries, 5 stationery, it got created. Now I want to differentiate between these data. I want to differentiate. So differentiate, what I can do is simply come here. After ampersand, if you want to add any string like hyphen, put single quotes, put a hyphen, and again place an ampersand. Okay. So basically ampersand is concatenating different values here. So what is this ampersand doing? First ampersand, product code, concatenate with hyphen, again ampersand, concatenate with this product category. So when I load, I got this 1 hyphen cosmetics, 2 hyphen electric, 3 hyphen electric, like that. So this is called field level concatenation. Is that clear? It's very simple. This is how you will create a composite key using ampersand. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everybody, please respond, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Madam.
Yes, sir.
Madam, is that clear?
Sir, if we make concatenate with product variant means product
Yes, that
category and
also.
variant means.
Yes, you can do that also. All 3 fields you can combine if you want.
No, I
Any
want to
number.
combine only category and variant means.
Yes, get it down.
Oh, sir.
Let it
Because
be.
comma will be there for both, na, sir. So that's why.
No. Here it will be comma. Remove this comma because now this is a single.
Okay.
Okay, same thing.
Okay.
If you want to combine all 3 also, you can combine. Remove this, place an ampersand.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is how we create composite keys. This is how field level concatenation occurs. Okay. Next is table level concatenation. Now this is one table. This is one table. When this concatenation will happen is when subsequent tables have identical columns, means number of columns should be similar, the name of the columns should also be similar, then automatically system will concatenate them. Okay. See, what I will do is I'm commenting this. I'm going to some other data. Okay. Okay. Now we have 2 tables here. One is table 1. So using inline load statement, we have created ID, name, salary with 1 record. Similarly, table 2, ID, name, salary. Now you tell me, instead of salary, I make it sal. Now what was the statement I just told you when auto concatenation will happen? This will happen when subsequent tables have identical columns. The meaning of identical columns is number of columns should be same, name of columns should be same. Okay. Now you tell me, are they identical?
No, sir.
How many columns are there in both tables? 3, 3. So first one is matching, correct? Number of columns should be same. Yes, we have 3 columns here and similarly 3 columns here. But what is the next condition? Name of the columns should also be same. Are they same? All 3 column names are same?
No.
No. ID, okay. Name, okay. But here it is salary. Here it is sal. So concatenation will not happen automatically. So no concatenation will happen here. Okay. But whereas if I rename it to salary, now are they similar? Are they identical now?
Yes, sir.
So everything is identical. There are 3 fields in this table. Here also 3 fields and even their names are similar. Now save and load. Now see, only one table created and they got concatenated, one below another, appended. Concatenation is basically appending. Okay, so when ClickView sees that subsequent tables have identical columns, this auto concatenation will happen. Is that clear, everyone? What is auto concatenation and how it occurs?
Yes, sir.
Now I don't want auto concatenation. Okay, I have not mentioned anything here. I have not mentioned like join or keep or concatenate. Nothing is maintained here. See here. Automatically it will concatenate when it come across identical column names. So what is the second type? No concatenation. So if you don't want these to be concatenated, then you have to specifically mention in between these tables like no concatenate. So when I say no concatenate, now they will not be concatenated. Okay, is that clear? What is no concatenate? I don't want concatenation to happen. So in such case, I will use no concatenate. Is that clear? ఏమి చెప్పకపోతే కాలమ్స్ ఐడెంటికల్ గా ఉంటే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా సిస్టమే కంకాటినేట్ చేస్తుంది, మనం ఏం చెప్పక్కర్లేదు. అలాంటప్పుడు కూడా మనం వద్దు కంకాటినేషన్ వద్దు అనుకుంటే మనం పర్టికులర్ గా ఇది మెన్షన్ చేయాలి, నో కంకాటినేషన్ అని 2 టేబుల్స్ మధ్యలో స్పెసిఫై చేయాలి, అప్పుడే కంకాటినేట్ అవ్వదు. క్లియర్?
Yes, sir.
అందరూ అర్థమైందండి?
Yes, sir.
సార్
ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? రైట్. నా ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, మూడోది చెప్పే లోపు ఐ విల్ ఫోర్స్డ్ కంకాటినేషన్ చెప్పే ముందు ఐ షో యూ స్మాల్ థింగ్ హియర్. ఇక్కడ ఐడి ఫస్ట్ ఫీల్డ్, సెకండ్ ఫీల్డ్ నేమ్ 1, థర్డ్ ఫీల్డ్ సాలరీ 1. ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసరికి ఐడి అలాగే పెడుతున్నా, నేమ్ 2 సాలరీ 2 అని పెట్టాను. ఐడి రెండింటికి కామన్, ఐడి సేమ్ నేమ్ ఉంది రెండిట్లో, బట్ ఇక్కడ నేమ్ 1 ఉంది, నేమ్ 2 ఉంది, సాలరీ 1 ఉంది, సాలరీ 2 ఉంది. Okay, now I will save and load. Now how many fields in common? How many fields are identical between these two? Only one. Okay,
ID sir.
so when one field is in common, so when ClickView or ClickSense sees this, what happens is a primary key, see here a key symbol, this we call it as a link key or common key or primary key, you can say. that will be created between these two, and an association will be established like this. Association will be established. Okay. Whereas now if I have more than one column in COM, but not all columns. Now, how many columns are there in common?
Two.
Two columns are in common. ID name, but salary 1, salary 2 are different. Now I will save and load. Now see here, what is this? Synthetic key. Something called synthetic key will be created. A third table got created with the name syn1. So what is this is? It means there is an error in the data model you created. There is an error in the data model you are creating. Okay, sir? So when this synthetic key will be created, synthetic key will be created. Synthetic key will be created when synthetic key will be created when more than one column is common, but not all columns. But not all columns. Okay, a synthetic key will be created. The meaning of synthetic key is there is an error in data model. There is an error in the data model you are creating. Right, sir? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how to avoid this synthetic key? What is the solution for this? Because try to understand. When we extract the data from external sources, there will be many fields which will be common. For example, let's say I have a table called order date. You take Amazon, you might have purchased something in Amazon. మీరు Amazon లోనో ఫ్లిప్కార్ట్ లోనో ఏదైనా కొనే ఉంటారు. మీకు అందులో ఆర్డర్ డేట్ ఉంటుంది, షిప్ డేట్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, అలాగే క్యాన్సిల్డ్ డేట్ వస్తుంది, డెలివరీ డేట్ వస్తుంది, ఇలా ఉంటాయి. Now, it is not necessary that all this information will be saved in the same table. ఇది వేరే టేబుల్ అయ్యుండొచ్చు, ఇది వేరే టేబుల్ అయ్యుండొచ్చు, ఇది వేరే టేబుల్, ఇది వేరే టేబుల్. లెట్ us assume Oracle లో వాళ్ళు సేవ్ చేశారనుకుందాం ఈ డేటా. చేసినప్పుడు వాడు ఈ పేరుతోనే సేవ్ చేశాడనే ఉంది. టేబుల్ 1 లో డేట్ అని పెట్టిండొచ్చు. ఈ షిప్పింగ్ డీటెయిల్స్ లో కూడా వాడు డేట్ అనే పెట్టిండొచ్చు. అలాగే క్యాన్సిల్డ్ దాంట్లో కూడా డేట్ అనే పెట్టిండొచ్చు. ఈ డెలివరీ దాంట్లో కూడా డేట్ అనే పెట్టిండొచ్చు. సో ఈ 4 టేబుల్స్ ని నేను లోడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? ఇప్పుడు వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్? 4 కంబైన్ అయిపోయి సింథటిక్ కీ క్రియేట్ అయిపోతుంది. మొత్తం డేటా మోడలే రాంగ్. యాక్చువల్ గా ఈ డేట్ ఫీల్డ్ వేరు, ఈ డేట్ ఫీల్డ్ వేరు, ఇది వేరు. ఇది ఆర్డర్ డేట్, ఇది షిప్పింగ్ డేట్, ఇది డెలివరీ డేట్, ఇది క్యాన్సిల్ డేట్. కరెక్టే కదా? సో రియల్ టైమ్ లో there is lot of chance that synthetic keys will be created when you load the data. So to avoid this, we have different solutions. So that solution I will explain you tomorrow. How to avoid this, I will explain you tomorrow. Clear, sir? Everyone?
Yes.
This conference will now be recorded.